Well, do you see England versus Mexico then?
I did. What a game.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Honestly, I think it's one of the best matches I've seen in the World Cup just in total. Obviously, I think 2022 Qatar finals up there for me as well. But in terms of, obviously, I want England to win it. It'd be nice to see them win it. But just to see the adversary they had to overcome was something else.
It's unbelievable. There's so many factors to sort of consider, but it definitely was probably the match of the World Cup so far.
Oh, definitely up there. Obviously, I think Senegal, Belgium are up there as well, and obviously even last night there with Argentina versus Egypt, that's up there too. But just I think in terms of like the adversary they had to overcome, like you had the altitude, and a lot of people won't talk about that there and say it's maybe a bit of an excuse, but it was a big factor. And I think you look at the Azteca, probably one of the most well-renowned stadiums and challenging stadiums to play at.
Mm-hmm.
And England don't have fond memories there.
No.
Obviously, losing 2-0 against Argentina in 1986, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was...
the hand of God.
The hand of God, the hand of God. And the other goal wasn't bad either, running the entire pitch. But yeah, and you just look at the whole setup, obviously losing a man as well, and I just think it's a phenomenal result.
Yeah, and their record there was 88.
So they've played
88 games.
It's in around 88 games or 89
Only
games,
two
and they've lost two. They've lost twice, so they have
3 now, but
3 now exactly. Yeah, but I think that's their first loss there. If I could be mistaken, since 2013.
That's unbelievable.
2013, you know.
Because I did see like a lot of people saying like, it's only the likes of like Bolivia they're playing there like every year and all this, but that's not the case. They're playing Barcelona, Argentina. Like,
yeah. Well, not Barcelona, but they're
Brazil. Sorry,
there's Barcelona players in the teams they're playing.
Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah,
same thing.
Like, the likes of Brazil and all, but like that's the thing. Like they're not a top class team either.
Yeah.
So if you compare the comparable sides. Like, that's an incredible run. Like, you look at Jose Mourinho at Chelsea, obviously, was it 4 years unbeaten at home?
Mm-hmm.
So it was, but...
Can you remember who the team that beat them was?
It was Sunderland, wasn't it? It was Sunderland, yeah.
I believe.
Big brain. Let's see. No, I think it was. Actually, it was. But yeah, like, I think there was just so much going on there. And even, like, the Mexican fans and all the night before at the England Stadium, where they partying away and doing the music and all outside it and spraying the bus with foam.
Mm-hmm.
There was just so many different factors.
Yeah, and I think this is maybe like one of the games that maybe there wasn't as much pressure on England. I don't know if everyone was expecting them to win. I feel...
Yeah, I don't know. It was a 50-50.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50.
I think this was maybe one that they were... I wouldn't maybe say the underdogs, but
yeah,
with like Mexico's record and that, I think they were maybe going in more as favourites.
You definitely could say that there. You know, don't get me wrong. A lot of people will say England's players are better, and they are.
Absolutely.
And England should beat them.
Yeah.
Like on any given day,
mm-hmm.
you know, they should beat them 8 times out of 10 or whatever. So they should. But like just considering everything, you know, and that Azteca, that's just it's unbelievable. So it wasn't. What a performance by Jude Bellingham. What a performance. Like
not only the 2 goals, but like defensively as well. He was just everywhere.
Defensively, and obviously even carrying the ball forward whenever they're down to 10 men, and obviously the altitude's getting to them and all, and like it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel the altitude didn't even affect them really at all. Not from what I could see.
In the last 20 minutes, you could see, but mate, they were cooked, absolutely cooked. Again, that was playing with 10 men as well, but you could see just even Rice was struggling a lot there too, and you know, but like it was just an unbelievable performance. Obviously, shout out to Anthony Gordon as well.
Mm-hmm.
He really did show up, and that's the thing. Like, who was it? Was it Merson that came out and said it? It's pretty much along the lines of like every time one of them wingers isn't playing, they're a better player.
Mm-hmm.
So the player who's on the bench is always seen as a better player. But Anthony Gordon's come in now. He was fantastic. He actually looked like a Barcelona player for the first time I've seen of him. You know, so hopefully he carries that forward now throughout the tournament.
Yeah, even credit Jordan Pickford. Some important saves in that game as well.
Yeah, because he struggled against the Congo.
Yeah,
DR Congo, Dr. Congo. That's it. Didn't like his medicine.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, fantastic performance.
I think. How far do they go? Is it coming home?
You know, the thing is, say it is coming home, right? Yeah. I would say they've had the best, well, maybe second best squad in the last couple of Euros. Maybe not the World Cup, you know, but like in terms of that last Euros, they should have beat Italy in 2021. Spain was kind of up in the air. They haven't even got as good a squad this time, I would say.
No, this is definitely not the goal.
So if they do bring it home, for example, you know, there can't be this whole talk along the lines of, oh, they had the best team, they should have won all this year. So if they do bring it home, it really will be deserved. There's not much that can really be said about it. Is it coming home? It's hard to look past France, mate.
It is. But then, who was it they were playing? Was that Panama? No.
Paraguay.
Sorry.
Paraguay only beat them 1-0, yeah.
1-0, so it's tough to say. I think it is. I think France has to be favourites.
Yeah, but
Argentina's going to be tough.
Argentina's going
to be tough. But they will face England
in the semis, if they get through,
If they get
if
through,
they both
of
get
course.
through, but you kind of fancy them to.
Yeah, Norway's
you
a
know.
tough one though with Haaland.
It could go anywhere, sure it could. It could go anywhere. Again, similar to Mexico a little bit. You kind of think player for player,
Oh, England, absolutely, but
you think they have the
know.
better of them. But Haaland, you give him one chance, he's just going to score.
No,
Like,
this is it.
and it's going to be tough.
definitely no pressure on them.
Oh, not at all. Like that's the best they've ever done in the World Cup
Yeah.
now. So it is, and obviously putting in like Brazil, such a legendary nation. But I could see them getting past Norway,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think if they did end up facing Argentina, I think that's where they might go out. Mate, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
And again, Argentina haven't even been that great.
yeah,
It's just they're just warriors, aren't they?
they are.
They're warriors.
But it was a great result yesterday.
Yeah, it was. What a match, mate. What a match that was. Obviously, we were sitting watching it, and 2-0 down, Argentina going absolutely nowhere,
Yeah,
and then
Messi not looking like himself.
he wasn't. Obviously, he missed a penalty.
Yeah.
Missed a penalty, hit
That's
the post with a free
He's not
kick.
second of the World Cup so far. I think he's missed.
Do you know what? There's a mad
Third.
stat going about. So he's missed half of all the World Cup penalties he's ever taken.
That's awful.
Imagine being the best player of all time. You miss half your
Yeah.
penalties. Like, it's.
All time top scorer in the World Cup. I'm
I know.
still,
I know.
I'm still missing
that's
all his
the thing.
penalties.
But yeah,
That's made
but
up
then
for it.
last obviously sort of like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, he just came alive. Obviously
Yeah.
got the assist for Romero, and then obviously got his goal. And even the technique in the finish.
I think it just shows the quality of the Argentina team.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
Egypt were still going at them at the
that's
same time.
obviously we were saying that there kind of as the game was going on. You thought maybe they'll set deep, But no, Argentina just going forward. Then obviously that fantastic header by Enzo Fernandez in the last gasp there to get the win. But do you think Egypt will feel hard done by, or what do you think?
Maybe, I think, I was looking back at like that sort of, wasn't a foul on, who was it? Salah?
Do you mean? Oh, so what one are you talking about?
I'm not on
The
about
led
that.
to their third goal.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Was it a foul on Salah? That's the question.
I don't know. I think there wasn't much in it, to be honest. I think everything's a foul these days.
Yeah,
more or
like,
less,
if you slow anything down,
yeah.
I can look bad.
I think they maybe see them being hard done by, but it's just the quality in that Argentina team. Like, they came alive. They deserve the goals
I know
they got. I think
they're just fighters. But
when
like,
you're 2-0 up, you're going to think, like, how didn't we see this out? But
Aye.
is that maybe more to blame on yourself than it is?
I think so, because I think that, as we were saying, they didn't set deep.
Yeah.
Like, even for that third goal, like, their left back, I think there's one or two people back
Mhm.
defending. You're
Yeah.
like, you're winning two. It's 2-2 here.
Mhm.
Take a day extra time, see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Like, the game's now changed.
Yeah.
But again, maybe they don't have that experience to kind of think, well, hold on, sort of thing. It's just, we have to go for the win here.
Yeah, and like Messi, he wasn't at his best yesterday. But
He
you
wasn't.
cannot give that man a second
Any
because
space
he
at all.
can turn it on just like that.
Well, we've
And
seen that
he
with the
absolutely
assist
did,
on
yeah.
the goal. As a
Yeah.
fantastic
So
ball in to
they
Romero.
might feel hard done by, but they didn't also feel proud of going up against a team like that and
Yeah,
them
but,
pushing them right to the last.
well, this is it. Well, speaking of not being pushed right to the last, even Belgium US
Just to serve.
4-1.
Just to serve.
4-1. So it
Yeah.
was in the end.
It
Well,
wasn't even close. And I think it just
No.
goes to show, like, America, as soon as they face a half decent team,
Yeah.
not even a great Belgium side,
they're
not the best
only
we've seen,
decent. Yeah, they're only decent. I would say, I would say if you didn't have the whole Balogun sort of thing alongside this Balogun situation, the Balogun Bullocks, let's call it,
Yeah.
alongside that there, it might have been a bit of a closer game. I think Belgium really come out there with a
Yeah.
point to prove. It's like,
Well,
if you're going to do that to us,
Yeah.
here's what the crack
Yeah.
is.
Well, I think Belgium would have won no matter what.
Yeah,
but
potentially, yeah.
I think they wouldn't have had, like, the US team wouldn't have had that hanging over their heads. Maybe they could have.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll put it this way. Belgium are still pushing for the 4 for 3-1 up.
Yeah.
Like, they wanted it.
Yeah.
And obviously, seeing Lukaku with the wee Donald Trump dance at the end
Yeah.
of it all. See, that
Yeah.
there was a lot
Do
going
you
on
think
there.
they should have started Balogun? Maybe could have. I mean, it didn't do much in the games.
I know, but that's the thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, it's just, what if he did score though? Like, where does
See,
that?
this is it.
What does that do for you? Like, but as I say, I look at the players at US, and obviously, I know you're saying there to come up against a good team they lost,
Uh-huh.
but I think it takes away from what they've actually done in the World Cup. They've been good.
They have been good.
Like
of
for
course.
their level,
Yeah.
like they've been very, very good, and all that there with Trump getting involved and
Yeah. Well, I think
Infantino
this has probably been the most important World Cup for American football. or
100%.
Soccer, as they like to call it.
100%, yeah.
We'll Google it.
It's a case there with the US again. I think they done well for the tournament. Where do you stand on the suspension of the red card?
I think it's an absolute joke.
Okay.
Where does that stop?
Yeah,
Does that mean King Charles gets involved now and get Qantas overturned? Like,
that's the question.
you know.
It's a tough one because I think I heard like John Terry talking about this here. and pretty much along the lines of like he doesn't necessarily agree with it. If you're the opposing team, he doesn't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
But from his perspective, it wasn't a red card for Balogun anyway.
Yeah.
So it's unfair that the likes of Balogun, who didn't deserve a red card, misses out on like the biggest competition you could ever play in.
Yeah.
So there's two perspectives on it. Personally, I think it is wrong though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can get the government involved in something like that.
Well, I think if that there's so many, red cards that maybe shouldn't have been red cards.
Yeah.
But if that's the decision, you just have to sort of go with it. You have to stick with it. And the government definitely shouldn't be getting involved. Like, if it's going to be overturned, it should be FIFA's decision.
Yeah.
FIFA's only. Like,
No,
America appeal it.
100%. It's kind of the equivalent of like there's a 100-meter sprint the final and the American runner slips.
Yeah.
Restart the race.
Yeah.
Like you can't. It's just not fair. That it's not fair to certain. Yes, it's not right in the fill it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's rules and regulations in place. Obviously, like if you have to trust the VAR and the referee enough to get the decision correct, and that's what it all comes back to. Whether that was a right or wrong decision, that's what it should be looked at.
Yeah, and going by it sort of takes away from what they have achieved. And
massively.
That's all people are going to be talking about.
That's because I thought they played well.
Yeah.
But
and instead everyone's glad they're out.
Absolutely, and I'd be one of them.
Yeah.
I'd be one of them. Well, look, we're on to the quarterfinal stage now.
Mm-hmm.
So we are. So first up, we have here Spain versus Belgium. How do you see that one going?
Well, I think it's going to go one way. Belgium fantastic against the US, but
yeah,
I think.
Is there a chance the old dogs kind of show up? Lukaku, De Bruyne, they have the game of their lives.
I think the way the matches have went so far, you can't really rule anyone out.
This is it.
But maybe getting to this sort of clinical stage, I think we might start to see
the quality will start to show
now. Yeah, like I don't think Spain have definitely been at their best so far.
I must say, I think the last couple of games, obviously Portugal was a tough watch, but I think even to come through Portugal, that's a tough team to beat.
Absolutely.
But even before that, there was Austria they're playing. I thought that the level of football they showed out there is probably the highest level of football I've seen in it, in terms of actually keeping the ball, pressing the ball, movement off the ball, and that sort of third man runs and all that there too. I thought it was fantastic. Obviously, I think France are probably still better going forward in terms of rotation in the front 3 or 4. But Spain on the ball, like especially if Jamal gets back fully fit there again, it's going to be tough to beat them.
Yeah, if we see the Spain that we seen at the Euros, then
it's going to be tough.
It's hard to overlook them.
But yeah,
that's your pick for the
that's
the
my
winners,
pick. I have to back them here. Yeah. I'm not going to turn around and say Belgium.
Yeah. I think it will be. Do we do a prediction?
You go first. They're going ahead.
I'll go.
No, you did. No, just to make you aware, he did say Spain would beat Portugal. Did you say 3 or 4-0?
Our predictions so far have been awful.
They've been.
I'm gonna give it.
They've been terrific.
Yeah. Just about 20.
100% accurate. Yeah. It's not bad.
I'll go 2-1 Spain.
Yeah, I can see that.
Keep it clean.
I could see a 1-1 extra time and then a win in extra time. So I'll probably go 2-1 Spain as well.
Yeah.
So next up we have France Morocco. I don't think that's as nailed on as you think,
No,
I don't think
Morocco have been fantastic.
Yeah, they've been absolutely phenomenal. Even the level of football they've been playing at, but France.
They should. They really should.
If France show up, it could be 4-0.
France,
if France show up, Mbappe, Elise, the boys.
This could be a 0-0 for a majority of the game.
Yeah, it could be another tough watch, or it could be 3-0 at half time.
Yeah,
that's
there's no in between.
But, if Morocco get an early goal, that changes the whole outset of it. It's just going to be attack versus defense and hitting the counter attack.
Is there a world where Morocco wins?
I don't see it.
You don't see it.
I don't see it. I just think it'll be a cagey match, but I can't see a world where France don't.
They should
show up at certain periods because all Mbappe needs is a minute of good form.
Yeah,
and then he's going to get a goal. It's
Well, this is where they all need to show up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's no easy games now.
But they played in the last World Cup, didn't they? I think they did. I remember Amrabat chasing Mbappe down the wing.
Yeah,
actually caught up with him. But anyway, back to the match. I'm going to go for France. I think I'll be an arcade one. I'm going to go 2-1 again.
I might agree with that. 2-1.
2-1. It's that stage of the competition now. It's going to be hard to see anybody blowing anybody away.
Goal fest, but
yeah,
I think it will be tough for them.
Then to be fair, I thought Argentina would beat Egypt 2-0, and then you just never know. And then we have England versus Norway.
Another great.
That's actually fantastic games. Fantastic games.
This is what England definitely should win again.
They should win. But Norway against Brazil.
Yeah.
You know what I'll say about obviously Norway are getting a lot of credit and all for being Brazil, which they done fantastic well. Probably the best result in their history.
Mm-hmm.
But they were wide open at the back. wide open at the back. Yep,
great.
that's, I mean, Brazil aren't great, but like they even had lots of chances against Norway. Like Norway were wide open at the back, kind of tightened up the last sort of 15.
Yeah,
but I can't see a world where Haaland doesn't score. No. So I think England will have to score at least 2. Again, with Bellingham and Kane.
I can see it being similar to that Croatia game. You know, if you give Haaland like the space, he will score.
Yeah. And Norway are quite open. Like they are quite open.
I might go 3-2.
You're going to go 3-2. I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1 England. So I think they'll come through in the end. Kane to get 2 and Bellingham to score again. I think so. And then finally, Switzerland versus Argentina.
Probably the least exciting of all the games.
Yeah. That's extra time written all over it. So I honestly think so.
Switzerland winner. No, you can't rule anyone out, but I think the quality will definitely show in this one.
Do you think so?
Maybe that Egypt game's a wake-up call for Argentina as well.
But even the game before that, though, against obviously Cape Verde, like it was 3-2 out there as well. Like they've not been great.
Not been fantastic. No.
You know, Messi is maybe looking a little bit leggy now and all that there too, but they're just street fighters.
Yeah,
it's hard to see.
They'll get the job done.
It's hard to see like a world where they just don't beat them.
Yeah,
you know.
I think their luck will run out eventually, but I think they'll beat Switzerland. No bother.
Do you think their luck runs out against quality opposition?
Yeah,
do you know that sort of way, like where they can't come back into the game?
Could be England in the semi.
Potentially so.
But I think Argentina should win this one. I'll go 3. I'm gonna go 3-0.
You're gonna go 3-0. I will go 2-0. I think they will. Probably KG kind of opening, and then Messi will just show up again, and I think he'll get 1, and I go for Enzo with the other one. So well, but yeah, that wrap us up.
I think so. We'll probably be completely wrong with these predictions.
We absolutely will. We absolutely will. But sure, we have to chuck our neck in the line and sure, see what you think. Let us know.
All right. See you in the next one.
Bye. Right. That wasn't too bad.